Albedo!
Traveler, Paimon. I suppose you're
Yep. How about you? Do you need...
No need. I am also ready to tell
Paimon calls dibs!
Please, go ahead.
Okay, here goes. Once upon a time, there was an evil researcher who went into the mountains and did a crazy experiment on whopper flowers to transform their appearance. After a lot of pain and suffering, the whopper flowers finally took on a human form. To whoever spoke to them, they would ask some questions such as, if the bypasser got the wrong answer...
Ooh, truly frightening.
What the... You two are... Don't go nitpicking, okay? If you didn't like the story, go write your own!
In other words, the whopper flowers would ambush and then completely replace their victim.
And then what? Go back to where the person lives? Enter their home? Eat... Paimon made up this story.
It's a good story. Oh, may I write it down? I may bring it up in future conversations.
What for? Just to scare people with?
Yes.
You've got a real mean streak, Albedo.
Mine is a little longer than yours. A great alchemist once created Subject 1. Subject 1 was her proudest achievement, and successfully blended into human society. However, unbeknownst to Subject 1, the alchemist had tried the same experiment many times before he had come into being. Some of the rejects from failed experiments. Subject 2 was one such failed experiment. He was swallowed by a great dragon that came to rest upon a snow-swept mountain. Many years later, he saw all kinds of people on the mountain, including... Never in Subject 2's wildest imagination had he thought it possible for experimental life forms such as they to This was what Subject 2 wanted. Now, all that Subject 2 desired was to replace Subject 1.
This is...
Subject 2 began to unfold his plan. He stole Subject 1's books and notes. He changed his face into an exact replica of Subject 1's face. Then, he found a plant with mimicry capabilities and transformed it using dragon blood. And so, not only did Subject 2 transform his own appearance to perfectly match that of Subject 1, he also created a...
What?
But Subject 2 wanted to become a perfected human. So, he erased a mark in both his and Subject 3's necks. For these, in my view, it was probably a subconscious act, an instinct. He so desperately craved to become a perfect human being that he forgot something. Subject 2's plan was meticulously crafted. Subject 3 would draw Subject 1's attention. After Subject 1 disposed of Subject 3, he would assume the next moment that Subject 1 was alone, Subject 2 would make his move. He would secretly replace the Subject 1 of everyone's memories and inherit his identity. People would have no idea that the individual they knew had become somebody else from...
This is way too scary.
But just before Subject 2 could carry out his plan, a unique stranger entered the mix. Subject 2 tried to make contact with this person, but found that they could somehow sense he was different from Subject 1. What's wrong?
What happened then? What happened to the string?
He became a new stage in Subject 2's plan. One more person than Subject 2. It's as if there were 3 identical roses in a garden. Only one of the 3 was a fine specimen, while the other 2 were defective In all the world, only the gardener who tended to them could tell which was the good specimen. People do not like poisonous plants. Only a perfect rose can fetch a high price. If the inferior specimens wanted to conceal the fact of their worthlessness, this is exactly what Subject 2 was thinking. So, he hid in the shadows and waited.
That was intense! So what happened after that?
Fortunately, it is just a story. And even in this story, Subject 2 did not succeed. Monsters mutated with Durin's power and blood are also creatures of Rhine-Daughter, just like me. I'm glad to hear that. It's okay. I know what I am. You and I are both different, so the only thing is that sometimes, when I think about how mighty the power of alchemy is, I feel so small. As beings who set foot in this world, how arrogant are we in desiring to control our destiny, and in desiring to create? Is creation an arrogant act, traveler? If not, why do we call the ones that... If it is, then what qualifies us to call ourselves create? Nothing special. Whenever I think about it, I feel a twinge.
Poor Albedo.
Hello? Traveler, are you here?
Hey, is that a...
Thought we might find you here. We're here to deliver a message from Cyrus. There's gonna be a big event down at the base camp, and they want...
Winter camp is nearing its end. Apparently, even provisional instructors are required to attend.
Looks like we need to go, Albedo.
Then I won't keep you. I have some things to attend to here, so...
Don't worry about it. There have been no issues getting up and down the mountain recently.
Is everyone ready? Let's not keep...
Huh? Who is this guy?
Allow me to introduce Yozerv. He's Joel's father.
Dad, this is that traveler I was telling you about. The traveler's helped me out loads in the past, and
Joel has told me everything about you. I can't thank you enough.
Wow, this is amazing! Wait a second. Why is Cyrus discreetly wiping tears away?
Pallid is the hero of the hour this time. Go on, Pallid.
Okay. The weather was fine on that fateful day, and I had a feeling that Lady Luck was smiling down on me. So I trusted my gut and set off to explore somewhere new, somewhere dangerous. Because where there is great danger, there...
Why does this sound so hard?
But I had only been away from the group for a short while when... I fell down a slope and just started rope...
Uh-oh.
did my bad luck rub off on him when we ran into each other on the mountain?
The place I fell to was somewhere I didn't recognize, and I'd sustained a few injuries. I remember thinking to myself, this is the worst luck I've ever... Then I met Yozerv. He'd heard the sound of me falling and came out to see what was...
Huh?
Wow, so it was completely by...
I thought he must have been someone from the Adventurers Guild here for the event, but after a few words of conversation, it was clear that he was having memory problems. He didn't even know his own name. The temperature was freezing, and there was no time to deal with all that there and then, so I convinced him to come back to the... We got back to the camp, ran into Joel, and the moment he saw him, he froze for a second, with this completely stunned expression on his face, and then...
My memory has still not fully recovered, but Joel and his mother, they are the...
Daddy.
Daddy's right here, Joel. Daddy's right here.
Yozerf, don't you remember the poor princess feeding the foxes?
I'm sorry. I have no recollection. I woke up and found myself covered in blood. My things were gone, and there was nothing. I crawled into a cave and settled in for a slow recovery. After my legs and feet were a little better, my hunting skills were what kept me alive.
Dad, I was so worried about you.
I'm all right now, Joel. Oh, don't cry.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
You know what, though? I definitely think my luck got worse after running into...
I knew it.
No. I just meant if it weren't for you, there's no way I ever would have run into Yozerv on a mountain this huge. Besides, we got back safely, didn't we? So don't blame yourself. Maybe sometimes miracles can only happen when you get just unlucky enough.
Pallet. When did you become such a smooth talker, huh?
Huh? Am I? I was...
Oh, yeah. I want to say thank you to the Traveler, Uncle Cyrus, and to Eula, and you all helped look after me, and I will always remember. But I guess I can't take the snowman with me.
Oh, I can help with that. One moment.
Huh? Eula?
Here, take this. It's powdered rime. Just add it.
Wow! Really? Oh, this is awesome! Dad, I have an unmeltable snowman!
How can I ever repay you all? Thank you all. Thank you. From the...
Dad, I want to go move the snowman. Can we do it now?
Okay. I'll be leaving with Joel now.
Very well, very well. It's time for Pallet and I to have another discussion concerning his breaches of adventurer discipline.
Huh? But Cyrus, I think I kind of made up for my mistakes this time, you know?
See you guys!
Oh, I made this for you and Amber. Think of it as a winter souvenir.
Are you sure? This must be really important to you.
Come on now, just take it.
Wow! Now our snowman won't melt either!
You're welcome. Just keep it. That's all. Amber and I have some business to attend to now. See you later.
Everyone's gone. Oh! You know what? We've been on Dragonspine all this time, and somehow Paimon still forgot to ask Albedo about how... Maybe we should try Timaeus again. He does seem pretty eager to please after...
Traveler and Paimon, what can I do? Wait a minute. You've got that mischievous look on your face.
Timaeus, will you help us?
Well, if the Traveler isn't really interested, then, yeah, maybe I'll give this one a pass.
No, but Paimon Sensei is a...
And the time it would take me to research something like that, I could probably pick...
New research project, Timaeus? We meet again.
Oh, Albedo, thank goodness. So the situation is, Paimon wants a machine that can turn fruit into juice and keep the juice fresh.
Majorly important, that's what it is. If you can manage to invent this, we'll never have to worry about fruit.
That's impossible.
Turning fruit into juice is not hard, but keeping it fresh is more difficult. But if you simply want to keep the fruit from... Right, Traveler?
What about his neck?
What's wrong? Is there something on my... From the look on your face, it's as if you thought I...
Albedo, you were saying, how do you stop fruit?
Well, one way would be to bury your fruit on Dragonspine, where the snow never melts all year round.
But then Paimon won't be able to eat them.
You could always live on Dragonspine.
too cold?
Or you can give the fruit to me, and I would take it to Dragonspine for you. But since you don't like the cold, you'd have to send someone else to pick them up when you want them. This is where you come in, traveler.
Suddenly sounds a lot more feasible with other people do.
Fruit buried on Dragonspine will stay fresh for much longer. However, it is also possible that the fruit, who knows, maybe the next time you visit, it will have grown into an orchard. You can water the trees, add fertilizer.
No way! Then Paimon will have to be a gardener. That's not the goal here.
Oh? Well, I don't think being a gardener is so bad.
Albedo! Stop trying to get your hands on Paimon's super sweets.
It bothered.
Of course it bothers Paimon. They are the...
Okay, but they're just Sensetias. I think you're only so attached when someone's pockets are full and their spirit is fulfilled.